Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to play with the Unearthly Cosmetics Poison Apple palette and want to take a look at what this palette looks like on the inside. It looks like this right here. If you're interested in seeing a look with this palette, just keep watching. I'm so glad you guys decided to stay. So we're going to get into this palette. We're going to create a look, and I've had this palette for a little while. It's been sitting in my to-do drawer. It is very, very pretty. I've been waiting to play with it, and I'm going to be doing a rank my Unearthly Cosmetics palettes part 2. I've already done part 1. I'll link that down below. All of the part 1s was most of the older, when it was Alien Cosmetics palettes, and so that was just kind of fun to go down memory lane. But now that I have all of the newer palettes that are coming in, or most all of them, I definitely want to do ranking my Unearthly Cosmetics palettes part 2. So let's get in this and swatch and take a look at what these shades look like. This one is Empire. Very pigmented. That's just one swipe. Buildable and pigmented. I love that. Granny Smith. Looks like that on the finger. Shimmery green, light green. Then you have golden. I love this. This is a beautiful mustardy yellow. Oh, that looks beautiful. Love that. Sour. True green here. Very pretty. Poison, which looks like a duochrome, if not a multi-chrome. Looks like a duochrome. It shifts from, there's like a lavender. It's a very interesting shift. It's like a orange lavender. And we have Rotten Apple. And then Black Diamond. Ooh, this is a shifty shade too. This one is like a bronzy red shift. It's kind of not in a really good place. Let's swatch that. Can't really see it. Yeah, much better on my hand. Much better on my hand. There it is. Not good. Okay, Rotten Apple. It was just kind of on the angle of my arm and it just was not working. Fresh Pick. Looks like another duochrome, and it is so stinking pretty. That one's like a green, gold, orange shift. And then Red Delicious. That's pretty too. That is not like a full-on shimmer. It's more like a satin, but it has a lot of shine to it, like a very shiny satin. That is gorgeous. I don't know, maybe I can get closer. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Okay, let me take these off and I will prime my eyes and we'll get into this look. Okay, I'm all primed with the ABH eye primer. And let's see what we want to do here. I think I'm going to go in with the shade right here. And we're going to put that in the outer corner. Take this here and I'm just going to stamp. I always do this with my mattes. I just kind of map out exactly where I want the shade and I go back in and blend. I don't want to bring that in too far. Sometimes I bring them in too far. Not this time. We don't want to do that this time. I'm not going to mix the green with this time. Sometimes I like the burgundy with the green, but I don't think I'm going to add the green this time. Love this kind of color combo for sure. Unearthly Cosmetics, I do have a discount code with them. It is Debutawn. All of my discount codes actually are Debutawn. So I know whenever I'm going to check out, I'm like, what is their code? Does it have a 10? Does it not have a 10? You know, that kind of thing. So I try to keep them all the same. I think I'll go in with Red Delicious. And I'll continue that around that edge. a little bit and bring it in a little bit more. For my shape of eyes, I tend to do this often. I do halo eyes. I do different types of eye look, but for my shape of eyes, I tend to, this is my go-to. And everybody's shape of eyes are different. I just say play around and find out what shapes. I'm like more of the triangle on the outer edge, but for my eyes, I kind of like it a little bit rounded out. Sometimes I like to round it out even more. Just depends on how dramatic I want it. I'm actually going to celebrate my anniversary. It's later than when my anniversary was, but my husband has a surprise planned. So I am doing that. I think what I want to do, I think I am going to do green. I'm going to do this shifty green here right in the middle. I said I wasn't going to do it, but now I'm going to do it. It kind of looks yellow though, so that's cool. But I just want this shifty shade right here. Oh, that's beautiful. And I'm going to just lay down the color, and then we're going to go back and forth with the colors to build them on top of each other to blend them. But I'm going to look in this other mirror to do this other side. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. Good choice. Love that. Oh yes. I just love Unearthly Cosmetics. Like I've been using them for years and years. Like before I was using their stuff when they went from just selling lashes to doing palettes, and I have just always loved this brand. There have been some times where they did play around with the formula just a little bit, like a lot of companies do, where I might have not liked their formula as much, but they went right back. So I love that. Okay, so now this is just going to be a really quick eye look, really, tell you the truth. And then I'm going to take Poison on my finger. And if you don't like using your finger, I suggest a sponge tip applicator, because that's a lot like using your finger, but I just like to get in there with my finger. It doesn't bother me none. Oh, that's so stinking pretty. Because I like to make sure that the pigment is full pigment, and I achieve that the most with using my finger. And I'm going to blend some more, so don't worry. I'm just getting that pigment down on my eyes. You can do super difficult looks, but you don't have to. I think you can create really beautiful looks without having to do 14 cut creases and graphic eyeliner and just being over the top. Like a lot of times I just want to do a pretty look, and I am digging this. Okay, so I will go back and forth and kind of combined with my finger these colors. So I'm going to go back in with that fresh pick, which is it looks green in the pan, but it's really kind of like a gold with a green shift. So I'm kind of combining those back and forth. And then I'm going to go back in also with the burgundy color, and I am going to take that up on my brush and kind of just go around and add that back in a little bit. This is funny because this is kind of similar but different than the one I created with the All I Ever Wanted palette recently. Just very shimmery, and it had reds in it, but these shimmers are completely different. Very, very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little fluffy brush and just kind of buff this out just a little bit more and soften it. I'm looking over to the side because it's a little easier for me to see where I'm placing that color when I'm buffing it. Because you can go a little nuts. Even though there's no product on this brush, you're still moving that pigment around. And I want to move it around and I want to make it soft, but I don't want to blend it away. I think that, I mean, everybody's different, but the one thing that I want to make sure I'm not doing is blending all the color away that I just put on my eyes. Because that, to me, doesn't make any sense. Because I don't want, I mean, the whole purpose is that I want that color on my eyes. And you can still soften it and not have harsh edges, but you still see the color. So I'm really liking how that turned out. You saw how simple that was. Like, I'm not doing much of anything off camera. Everything is on camera. The grungy green underneath is kind of calling me, but I don't know. I think I am going to start out with a little bit of this grungy green underneath and then maybe some of this.
I don't want it to look too Christmassy. That's what I'm trying to avoid. It's too soon. It's too soon after Christmas. Oh, goodness. I know it's apple themed, but...
And go into Rotten and spray it. I always repeat this, and I just don't know who's here that is new, because I do have several new people on my channel. But even my mattes, I know a lot of people spray their shimmers underneath their eyes, but I spray my mattes. What that does is it adds that matte in full pigment, but it also keeps it lasting all day, or just about all day. And that's important. Lower lash line, if that wears off, you're going to be able to tell. So I spray my mattes and my shimmers underneath my eyes, and then I don't drag, I just tap. I mean, I might pull a little bit or drag just a little bit, but not much. All right, not too Christmassy, not yet. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with Black Diamond, which is actually like a red shimmer. Spray it, and I'm going to stamp that into the green, and I'm going to concentrate it right in the center. All right, now I'm going to go back into Poison, which is that kind of purpley with an orange shift underneath it. It's really cool. It's like a lavender with orange background. And I'm going to put that, drag it into the red, and put it in the inner corner. There's that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off here. I'm going to put in some eyeliner and pick out an eyeliner, put that in, and I'm going to do a lip, and I will let you know my thoughts on this palette when I come back. Okay, guys, this is my final look. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. This is just gorgeous. I love the shifty shades in this palette. The mattes blend beautifully, look great, love it. What I'm wearing on my lips is Fenty Lip in Uncuffed, and then actually lined with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in BFF. And then in my waterline, I am wearing ColourPop Joyride. I love this. It's kind of like a deep dark burgundy with a little hint of purple in it, and it's just stunning. So tell me, what do you guys think? Do you have this palette? Have you tried it out? Have you ever tried Unearthly Cosmetics ever? That's what I'd like to know. If not, I don't know what you're waiting on. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. I love it. But, you know, to each his own. But tell me what you think of this look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be looking for the Ranking Unearthly Cosmetics Part 2. It'll be coming up in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys all have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye. Ah! Ah!